loves, welcome to Fifth Dimension. So I already pulled your first card and it is going to be the main energy for the direction of your guidance message for today. And we ended up getting the Shaolin Master with be graceful in movement and action. So right now is a time of making decisions and taking steps towards if I'm not mistaken, the previous reading that we had was about the beginning of those stages, and it sort of feels like the energy has shifted into more of a sense of direction, it feels like. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull a few tarot for this guided message. First we had King of Swords. Then we have the Seven of Wands. Then we have the Queen of Pentacles. I really love this. Your energy feels really grounded. It feels like if you are from watching the previous reading from last week, I feel a gradual shift. Last week's reading felt a bit stuck, a bit scattered, and there was a lot of lack of focus in that energy. This current energy feels like you've got some steps going, you've got a sense of direction. The guidance being be graceful in movement and action. It feels like you're knocking out what feels like a to-do list. You're grounding your energy. You're clearing your mind to be able to have no distractions. This feels like good energy. What is the message for the collective? What is the message of guidance for the collective? Okay, let's see what we got. We have the Four of Swords. Sort of like take a breather, take a deep breath. This is also about protection. I feel let me get a backup on this really quick before I Four of Swords. What is the Four of Swords trying to tell us? What is the Four of Swords trying to tell us? An Ace of Swords. So while I was shuffling, it was standing out to me that we had a wolf on each four corner, which sort of means to me, that standing out to me sort of feels like make sure that you have all your, I don't want to say sides or angles, but make sure you have all of your sides. We'll just go with sides. Make sure you have all of your sides protected. Make sure you have awareness of all aspects of your energy. It sort of feels like trying to keep a tight grip. Do not allow a leak. Then with the Ace of Swords coming through, it's giving again the King of Swords. Like you need to keep your focus on the actions that you are currently taking. It's giving wand energy as well with the fire being here, which is the same energy as the Seven of Wands here and the Shaolin Master. They're all giving focus and direction. Movement with purpose is what it's giving. I'm not sure if this is just recognition, for you to recognize that currently right now it feels like you're doing a little dance. Like there's something in flow that's happening with the steps that you're taking. This might even be like in the direction that your thoughts are taking you. It doesn't necessarily have to be in actions because it is sword energy, but the direction that you're being guided currently It's movement with intent, movement with purpose. It is highly beneficial to the greater good or the greater goal that you have for yourself. So I suppose if I could take anything from these energies, it's really just that, like, keep yourself, I don't know, I don't know how to describe the energy. I'm trying to find the words. It's just sort of like to keep a little reminder, to keep a little gauge almost of, okay, if I'm taking my thoughts, my energy, my actions, the steps that I'm taking, if I'm taking them outside of what the course is currently, to consider before doing so how it may affect the flow. Because like I said, it almost feels like you're being asked to keep focus. And so how do you do that? It's really just avoiding distractions that aren't going to benefit you right now. Because some distraction is good, but it just sort of feels like, where might this distraction take you? If it's going to throw you out of your alignment. So let me give you an example. Let's say a friend that you normally give a good amount of your energy to, but currently, like I said, your energy is focused, your energy is moving, your energy is trusting the flow. It feels definitely grounded in a specific direction. And let's say this friend's frequency, vibe is not conducive to this path. Temporary. This is not about like cut a friend out. This is about currently in the present moment, just day by day, for today, for tomorrow. Very present message. Being able to say, well, I can't hang out today, or just kind of distance yourself from being in conversation all day, if that's a thing, in order to preserve that energy towards, again, whatever it is that you're focused on right now, whatever it is that you have to tackle. And for some of you, it's simply to-do lists. This guy was giving me, I've tackled my to-do list. Yay me. Even if that's all it is, like preserving energy where you can is going to allow you to feel this sense of accomplishment and get through whatever it is that you need to do. And it sort of feels like, again, like last week, the message was sort of coming through that this time is very important. Towards this new direction, towards this chapter, you're laying out some sort of roots, and the focus just needs to be heavily rationed. We'll just say that, okay? Okay, I think I've worn out that message over and over, so let me go ahead and get some additional guidance messages. What is it that the collective needs to hear? Any additional guidance messages for the collective? We have a personal issue reaches resolution with full moon in Cancer. So it feels like relief. I feel like there's some relief. If you're not already beginning to experience this relief, for some of you this is financial relief. For others of you this feels like emotional, maybe mental. It feels like feeling fresh after a nice hot shower after a long day of sweating out in the yard or something like that. Like there's just something so, it's just like you have gratitude for it, right? After feeling like sticky and sweaty all day, then you get to like feel fresh and clean, and you know, that's the energy it's giving. So that's going to be different for everyone, of course. And then now let me get, I want to get some animal cards, but I have to look at the deck really quick. Let me pause. Okay, and then I'll gather you some final little animal messages. There's one. Give me a few more messages for the collective. Messages for the collective. Oh, no. I almost dropped the whole deck. I want to get one more. Okay, so we have your Sandpiper Spirit with Be Playful. That's my favorite. We have card number 43. Oh, I didn't mention the number in case that's resonating for some of you. 51, Sandpiper Spirit. Card 43, Owl Spirit. You see clearly now. Card number 58, Stag Spirit. Take the lead. And card number 14, Chameleon Spirit. Act as if. Yeah, this all feels like aligned energy. It feels like focused energy. But it also feels like it's bringing, not only with the relief, I feel like the relief brings like this wave of lightheartedness is what the playful Sandpiper is giving. It's giving lightheartedness. So embrace more lightheartedness and be prepared for the relief. That's all I got for you guys. Let me know if any of these messages resonated. I always appreciate that. Until we vibe again.